And being able to travel, the one good thing about it is you have a lot of time that's free. You're just kind of staring off into space. But the good thing about that is it gives me a chance to read. And I was reading this book called Classic Christianity, and there were things that I always thought that I understood, but when I was reading this book, it was like it was opening my eyes. And there's a verse in 1 John that says, God is love. And as I was reading about this in the book, it reminded me of the verses in 1 Corinthians chapter 13 that talk about love. And I always knew that these were my favorite verses. But I always thought of them as a list of things that I needed to do to be a good person. But God opened my eyes that because God is love, this is a list about what God does for us. So what I want to do is I'm going to read it for you now. But I'm going to replace the word love with God, because God is love. God is patient. God is kind. God does not envy and He does not boast. God's not proud. God is not rude and He is not self-seeking. God is not easily angered. God keeps no record of wrongs. God does not delight in evil, but He rejoices with the truth. God always protects. He always trusts. He always hopes. God always perseveres. God never fails. And what we want you to hear tonight especially is the part that says God always hopes. When He looks at you, He doesn't see your past. He doesn't see your sins. He doesn't see your failures. He sees His great hope. He sees your whole life spread out before you and everything He made you to be. And the good news is that God never fails. We're a bunch of nobodies from a small town in Florida. But we trusted God with all that we have, and He's brought us to Germany. And we just want you to know, if you will trust God, you will be greatly changed. And it'll be from the inside out. And it won't be because you're perfect, but because He loves you.